Yeah, and it's already begun. There's no waiting around here.
Don't need no music in here.
Nah, we don't need any of it. We're keeping it old school. And that's what OG are hoping to do as well with an upper push into this A-bomb site. Woxic will shut down the first man in. It's his old mate Issa on the receiving end. 3-on-3. As Frozen's help keep this even. Rops will extend it even further, but no, back into the 2-on-2 courtesy of Mr. MBK.
Oh, the flash, and he finds a kill as it pops. Karrigan gets popped, and Man2 will finish off the job. 2 kills apiece with Man2 and MBK, and OG with a top site rush will find the pistol round. This is their map pick in the series, Train being the second, and if we need it, Dust 2 is waiting round the corner. mousesports, of course, get that CT side pick, and in a map like Nuke, this is certainly where you want to be, but down 0-on-1 is not. So force buy for mousesports. They put all their money in early on, trying to combat this, trying to bounce back with a force win. OG, of course, in the rifles. Unlikely to see another topside rush from OG in back-to-back rounds, especially up against, you know, what could be close-range pistols sitting on top of the hut. That's exactly what mousesports have for us here. A slow hold for OG as they wait to see if mousesports want to bring the aggression into the lobby.
Well, with the weapons in the round, you can, I guess, expect OG to walk all over mousesports, but hold on a second. This is Nuke, and these are pistols. Moreover, these are deagles, and we just had a long discussion about that. Probably lasted us entirely too long, but thank goodness the CS god himself came in here and set that one straight. Don't touch the deagle, Professor.
I mean, of course he doesn't want the deagle touch. You know, of course he won't want the ult touch either. You know, why would you want your best weapons changed, Trace? They work wonders in the server for him. Oof. Talking of which, man who also works wonders in the server, Woxic.
Oh, and he's able to get even more damage downrange. This scout is softened up. One of these players now, and it's looking to do even more. Garage control taken by OG, but this scout has been allowed to get away with devastating amounts of damage. And Woxic hasn't even been tagged yet. Now he goes up towards Heaven, and Issa is homed in on his position. Rops his deagle, drops one before the trade comes in. Mouse, I love how they've played this, right? They fight all the way to heaven and hell, and then they just give it up. They just give this area to OG, content with the amount of damage they've done. There's still this nade stack on Chris J and Frozen. That could be the thing that mops this round up, but as they flood out from the heavens, 7 seconds left, this bomb has got to go down. Ooh. And there's the nade from Chris J to steal it all away. Those nades do come in clutch from mousesports. They're going to get that anti-eco under their belt as they snatch it up with the force buy.
Yeah, the information Woxic gets off those peaks outside as well is so valuable. Robs follows up with the deagle, and that info allows mousesports to back up and play the lobby. They see OG coming in for the heaven wrap, and instead of fighting for that position, like you say, Harry, you just see Woxic hide in the hut. They know that OG have such heavy outside control that there's no one inside the lobby. There's no one flanking mousesports, so they can take enemy position as their own and just safely fire off from the hut. 1-1 as they find the force successfully. OG with no plant either are likely just going to buy back in. See players with 1,400. Even lost bonus can't save you there. So you may as well just commit, get all your money down to 0, wait for that to build back up. But it will leave mousesports in a position where they can start to take the lead early on the CT side of this map. Standard stuff for the defense of Nuke, of course. A map the mousesports certainly don't shy away from either.
Not at all. You hear a nice little breeze there in the background, just something to kind of soothe you all into what is the third round of this map. So let's all just take in that sound for 1 second, just kind of enjoy it.
It's not Halloween yet.
Yeah, that's like an unsettling sound, you know? No one's like, the theme music of, you know, Jason. Ooh, how fun.
Now that we're all, you know, recentered, I feel like we all just had a moment
that was nice.
together.
Yeah,
everybody in the chat, including us three, we really were able to kind of gravitate around that.
Connecting, Trace.
Wow, I just feel more calm already. I don't know, but don't worry, we're gonna raise our pitches back up. We're gonna bring it right back to normal once this game starts over again. And I'm told it's just a measly 30 seconds. Wouldn't mind doing that again. Here we go. There are no accidents. There are only happy accidents. Shout out Bob Ross. Breathe with me.
Are you like a yoga instructor? Is that
Breathe
what
out.
this is?
It might as well be.
Stretch.
Just keep it real calm,
Touch your toes.
collected.
Cool.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax.
I'm glad Bastion's given us the angle outside. You know, it's a far calmer picture.
Oh, this is really nice, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. This is the most outdoors I've seen in quite some time. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen sunlight in weeks. So.
Now,
Bastion, can you take us on a walk down by the river? Oh, wait, the game is live, so
Yeah,
maybe we should go back to that.
All right, well, back to our normal
Yeah,
voices.
so we'll
Jump.
turn up the volume and we'll get this back underway. Thank you very much for that little calming intermission, Trace.
No problem.
But let's see if it's going to remain this calm in the server, because already Rops has gone aggressive down here towards the ramp, tried to probe on in. MBK, he will break that glass eventually, and he's able to get it done. That's going to facilitate some utility to go flying in up over top. And, well, with him on the bulk of it, Easter actually gets that kill onto Chris J. Chris J gets a little overzealous there. Naden response onto Valder and OG. They're just going to group up. They might look to go on in now. Keep your eye on Frozen. He's going to be a real key player in this round, potentially. Instead, he just gets caught out almost immediately, has to drop down the vents and concede it. He doesn't even get one kill, but Carrigan is there to mop it all up with 3. And 2 for Woxic. mousesports gonna take that second round. Frozen was trying to play around in the vents. That's become like a more and more common idea over here on the CT side of Nuke. Doesn't actually get anything from it, though.
I love when we see like shotgun AWPers sitting on the vents. JW is a great example of a player who is always keen to do that. Sit at the top of the vent. You're essentially covered, right? You can get spammed, but you can't be seen. So you can easily jump out and just take a quick shot, then fall back down below. Always an option. mousesports still running these SMGs into the 4th as OG have a full eco. It's time to make some money here for the mousesports players. Double stacked in the lobby, waiting patiently for mousesports to push. That's a great shot. Frozen one-tapping MBK down. I thought it was a range one. He's rather the player around red. That's Woxic instead. And Mantu might be dead in a second as the aggression is pulled out from mousesports. Ooh, it's a bit shaky. It's a bit messy. And Frozen will give away an MP9. It's not a worry for mousesports in this round as Woxic should be able to pick up the pieces that are left in the yard. There's the first. Ooh, Molotov retrieved though, and that's going to put Woxic in hot water. Hot fire as well. He burns, perishes in the flames as Carrigan looks to pick up the last 2 kills. Chris J on the flank might steal them away instead. No getting out of here for Valde alive. Only escape is in a body bag. And yoink, Rops gets his gun stolen from beneath his feet. It's a 3-1 lead for mousesports, but OG have guns now.
Here's a fun little tidbit for you all. Bastion has observed 5 seasons of the ESL Pro League. Now that's something. Not many of us have been around that long, Bastion. But here we are, me and you, standing at the end of the day, getting it done.
Yeah, go check him out on Twitter, @UnknownFME. Definitely let him know that you're appreciating his work. Nuke isn't fun as an observer, but it certainly is for us as the frags are coming in fast for OG. They're all over the A site. They've swapped positions with that of mousesports, and a bomb plant will be allowed. Vent rotate is not a safe one, but it's all mousesports having this round to get back into the site.
Ooh, that's a critical fight won by Frozen now. It is immediately traded, and that's going to make it hard for Rops to find anything here over in heaven. Woxic, he was kind of waiting around, you know, like hoping the other 2 are able to make some magic happen, and with that not coming in, he's just going to try and hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, he threw a flashbang through heaven for his teammate to come through, but while it went deep and it worked out, Alexi was right below the site, and he was completely fine, dodging the blindness and getting away with the kill. OG up to 2 on the T side, finding their second round nice and early.
Yeah, with Woxic saving this op, it's probably the best time for me to tell you about our EPL mailbag. Now, you do notice that we take some timeouts on the more technical variety, and that would be likely due to the internet or players' computers or what have you. But hashtag EPL mailbag. That's how we get your questions up on the screen. So do it on Twitter. And don't be too mean.
Or we won't show it.
Or we will. And then we'll all kind of channel that back at you. I'm just kidding. We will not.
Yeah, imagine. That'd be fun. Let's see though, Alexibi. Yeah, has done a lot of damage. Frozen. Oh, I thought he was dead meat. And actually, somehow, some way, Woxic has bailed him out. The round's over. mousesports got it. They keep everyone alive. And mate, like when mousesports are winning these rounds, it does look really nice. Like, you know, we just see all the kills coming in a matter of seconds, everyone stepping up individually. This is the Carrigan 2K that we didn't even get to see. But it was lovely, as we would expect. 4-2 now. mousesports back in the lead and looking to maintain it as they've sent OG really deep into their sofa cushions, rummaging for as much change as they can to put together a buy in this round.
You got to be careful what you pull out of those sofa cushions. You really do. Never know what kind of biscuits are left down there.
Hey, I mean, if it's edible, if it was edible once, it's probably edible now, right? That's what I say.
Yeah. Well, you can start to digest what is this hit on the outside from OG. Gonna be running it through. Molotov holding off just a little bit, but here we go. Issa leading the charge. And he's not gonna be alone. Rops down in the site. He's gonna be joining him. Chris J as well, playing about where Zonteras likes to play. Look at that. Spam through the wall. Not something you see every day that players are going for that, but it's still there.
Zywoo wallbanged vent yesterday against OG and killed Mantu in the vent. So I guess they're just firing back some warning shots, showing they can do it too as well. Bit of damage, but nothing too significant. OG setting up in the secret. The danger is here, of course, mousesports have heavy control down on lower. They've got 3 players ready and waiting. Utility starting to come out, but these positions are very hard to clear. Woxic is gone already, and that could be a chance to rotate for OG if they do so please. Carrigan finding another. Robs can't see a single player here, but they're about to triple peek him in the doorway. There they go, the flash is in, he threes them down and gets 2. Third man on the site not needed as Chris gets a kill, but Frozen on the ramp rotate will close the round. mousesports, great rotates down lower. OG slowing down. Typically, when we saw these guys play yesterday on this map, they would go for similar rounds where they would drop secret and get control there and force those early rotates down B. And then they would have Alexibi either come up the vent or be lurking lobby or behind Mini the whole time, find a kill on that top site, and it would open up an opportunity for OG to go back up the vent, back up the stairs. Well, in this round, they try and commit to lower and they walk into the heavy setup, so we might see more of that later for OG. Instead, for now, it's just pistols, fast pace for MBK, looking to get a bomb plant on B, and he might be successful, but Rops is in with an early rotation, can't miss that shot. We'll finish off the job, and the bomb dropped down lower.
And Rops hasn't even committed. He's like rotated back up to Carrigan, just wall bangs them out of the round. Issa will get 1. However, there is spam coming through everything. Issa has bullets waiting for him around every corner. And so he'll hunker down, but mousesports, while they've kind of been chasing this kill for a moment, I was gonna say they might stop now. Frozen offers up another, and Issa, this bomb is still down towards B, so he's a long way from getting this round back under control. This double setup back towards ramp might catch him off guard. Woxic swinging on out, and Issa looking for these kills. It's not going to happen. Rop solidifies it with 2, and mousesports going to take a 6th on the board. But now this buy is back on the cards. Mantu, even with enough money to bring this AWP out. We saw OG yesterday not really using the AWP all too much, but I don't think that was so much as through choice as never really having the money to do it.
It was the map pool as well, right? It was Inferno T-side they started, and like you're not going to pull the AWP up there. And then they got wrecked on Inferno, went straight to Nuke. Again, T-side start, not really seeing a lot of AWPing there either. And then Dust 2, he did pull it out and managed to beat Zywoo in some head-to-head fights. But yeah, it was a little bit lacking. Maybe we'll see it more in this map here and now for OG, but well, here and now it's the outside smokes. Going to standard setups for this T side. They won't be sending everyone behind it. They rarely do that. But a couple of players still hanging around outside. Mantu and Alexibi making their moves. OG going back towards the lobby. We might see this ramp crunch. Try and split the B bomb site. This is getting grenaded. And OG are just waiting for the time to strike. They're waiting for their outside players to have some more control, maybe find a kill. Issa and Alexaby are looking for that, but Frozen is waiting patiently by the spawn, looking for this cross. Alexaby checks it. What a heads-up play from the in-game leader of OG. The flash to lower does nothing, and Woxic is ready, just about avoids it. Smoke out ramp now. OG making their play. They've lost one side of this split, so they've got to commit. And Robs, this is such a good play. He's biding his time, and he's waiting for the right time to strike.
Oh, and he decides the time is night, but Valde able to put up the trade. Does get brought down somewhat low. The bomb's been retrieved, and Issa dispatching of Chris J, looking for a little bit more. The Org of Woxic will deliver one, and this now leaves Carrigan in a 1v2. They drop down from heaven. Valde's going to set up here by the CT vent, and he'll solidify that round. A hat trick from Valde here to put 3 on the board for OG. They're able to stumble back to their feet in that round, in spite of this nice little play from Robs. Bit of a shame on the timing there, and a great reaction from Valde to actually catch him. And now a US Air Force tactical timeout for OG.
Time for a breather and time to work out things as they go into the next rifle round. Of course, money on the edge. If they get reset here, they will be broke. Miles with a great online percentage of wins. I think that makes sense, right? If you look at the players you have here, you have Chris J, formerly Online J. I don't think that holds weight anymore. He's more than proven himself on LAN, but of course was once the scout god on the servers. Rops grinded through the pug system at the young age. So he's had plenty of online experience. And even Woxic, who before joining this team was floating around the Turkish scene for so long with high ping, it never stopped him. And now, mousesports, a real roster to contend with the best. Woxic taking his up towards Mini, going for the wall bang, but no kills here. Frozen with a Molotov outside to delay this push from OG, but they're still going to move past it, jumping over the flames. That will get spotted. Frozen finds 2. Oh dear, the last bullet getting the headshot on Issa. You hate to see it for OG. They're getting absolutely slaughtered outside right now. 3 kills for Frozen and no response yet.
Yeah, when teams find themselves in that sort of weird predicament, it doesn't get any easier, especially the more time that elapses. It allows mousesports to really clamp down on their vice grip and let OG have it. 7-3 currently. Pretty good showing from Woxic. Look at that. What are you even supposed to do, right? Frozen spamming the smoke for the cross in the secret. Well, he wasn't done there. Nice little 4K for the boy.
Yeah, so back onto these pistol armor buys for OG. Pretty devastating spot to find yourself in into round number 11, but OG, you know, they can still recover this half well. If they get 5-6 rounds, they're going to be feeling just fine with that. Outside smokes go in, but already playing around them is Frozen. That molly keeps him out in the open for a little bit longer than he would have liked. He's trying to play around with this wall of smokes, drops that molly. And now they've either got to go through or go down, and somehow Frozen is still alive. Finally, they deal with him, and he's not really able to get much done. That whole round seemed like it kind of got messed up when that molly went in.
I think that was his teammate's molly.
Yeah, I think it was as well, because he only took like 30 damage in the 12 years he stood in it for.
That really got in the way of what he wanted to do in that round, and I feel like he just got a bit flustered and overwhelmed by the amount of players from OG pushing through that smoke, his spam not landing more than bit of tickle damage.
Imagine if that's what leads this whole anti-eco round for mousesports to fall apart, because now suddenly you've armed Alexaby with an AK, you've given up this outside control. Woxic as well is in a very awkward spot because they know he's here, and it's like he wants to get some usage out of this position, so he's still trying to have an impact into this round, but if he peeks wide, if he tries to take any of these fights, then he runs the risk of going down.
Look how low he is, too, on 15 HP. They know he was there. Finally, he's able to get a shot out, but that damage has already been done from this AK. Alexaby with 3 kills, and this has gone horribly wrong for the side of mousesports.
Yeah, smart play from OG to not actually climb up on the exterior of Heaven. Obviously, it's safer. If you're coming up the ladder and there's a player in the top, you're dead more times than not if they're watching you. But OG, if they go and climb the stairs outside and climb up the generators, Wox will kill them. So heads up play to take the safe route instead. And now Alexi B looking to finally ace this round. Is this going to steal it away? But OG, I'm sure they're happy with that one. That was an eco win regardless with a half buy, pistol and armor. And they make it work. 4 kills from Alexi B, the in-game leader. He didn't go 0-7 today. His license to kill was deployed from round 1. He's 9-9. He's looking good for OG, leading by example.
U.S. Air Force tactical timeout. Now, see, this would be the most opportune position to get your hashtag EPL meme reviews, or better yet, your mailbag up on the screen. Mailbag for the more serious stuff, meme reviews for whatever, form of humor you want to display via usually MS Paint. Rest in peace. Here we go. Back into it. Freeze time coming to an end. 7-4. mousesports really fumbling that last round. Alexi B, well, he certainly took advantage of it. AWP still in Woxic's hands. He's leading the charge with 12 frags of his own.
Yeah, if you're Mouse, you don't want that to be the round that lets OG back into this half in a very big way, right? So they really need to try and mop this round up here and now. Carrigan gets some damage off there with the spray, but there's already players up and out, and they're going to start to overwhelm him. This A-bomb site just gets opened up almost immediately by Easter and Alexa B. They just play on the back of Carrigan spamming. They wait for him to run out of ammo. They flash themselves in. Ooh. And even while a lot of damage has been done, this isn't really a round that mousesports are going to look too keen to try. They might just have to concede a 5th to OG. And I absolutely love the decision-making there from Alexa B and co over on the OG side, right? You're never really sure who makes the call in a round like that. We spoke to Alexa B. He said that he actually quite likes having guys in the team that will make a call or that he can bounce ideas around off of. And it also lets him, start to plan ahead for the future. So whoever called that top site rush, stellar decision-making. It looked like it was just made one in response to the player spamming the door there, and they catch the A site completely unaware. So a 5th round on the board for OG. They keep it pretty clean. That's fantastic for them. And dire for mousesports now, who likely have to eco behind these saved weapons. They could force, but I wouldn't count on it.
Not the right play, not the safe play, that's for sure. Because mousesports, regardless of how this round goes, they can buy in the follow-up as long as they keep $2,000 a player. Back-to-back rounds won by OG is at least something for mousesports in terms of loss bonus. They will be up to 24. Trace, the questions are flying through in EPL mailbag, so maybe you could pick some of the special ones out for tech pauses for later on. Mantu, he gets across towards Secret. OG heavy control. They know they're versus pistols, but there are still some rifles in play, and Rops will show them the hard way, taking down Alexi B, taking down the in-game leader for OG. Smoke towards Hell denies his vision outside, and OG will just commit down lower. Still with a lurk in the form of MBK. Chris is about to spot all these T's coming through the hallway. Frozen pushed back by the Molotov leaves Chris and Carrigan with a bit of a Chris crossfire. These USPs. Not the best guns as Chris is taken down, but a dink onto Issa and Carrigan going to run for the hills. Definitely the right play. Stalling this out, wasting OG's time and forcing them to commit to the site. Valde will with that kill, but the flank is in. They don't expect a 3rd player in position. And Frozen, he could end this entire round. There's a kill on Mantu. The bomb getting planted. He doesn't see it, but he does see Issa on the edge of the smoke with 2. Bomb in the site and another man to deal with. There's still that lurk coming down the vents, but MBK isn't going to be able to cut off any rotations with these 2 CTs coming from ramp.
Oh, Frozen actually able to win that out. And in the meantime, Rops has dealt with Valde. This whole round falls apart. mousesports gonna get the 8th on the board. And yeah, you're bang on, right? That flank from MBK. The round kind of hangs in the balance of him getting that kill onto Frozen. And if that doesn't come through, it leaves Valde all alone with 3 players about to pincer him from ramp and decon, and we see how that pans out.
What a read, though, and that was off of the information that Chris and Carrigan got on their stairs crossfire. They spot that, okay, there are only 3 players moving through, so once Frozen gets a flank, he kills 2, he knows there's a planter on B, and instead of rushing that planter and giving away his really, really good position in decon, he just turns around and reads his position well. MBK comes down the vent silently, and he gets taken down. Great round for mousesports, putting together an eco win. Remember, that was 3 safe guns and 2 USPs, but it does not hold them back.
Up over in Mantu's hands. So maybe we get to see the head-to-head of Mantu and Woxic. In this round, Mantu's just waiting back in T-spawn. That's to throw the outside smokes. These are the standard ones that fall, blocking off the vision from red to secret. None of these mini smokes for OG. Instead, they just throw the normal boys down towards outside. And that has got the attention of Frozen. A lot of utility's gone out to ward off any potential smoke plays. Now, what we sometimes see teams do is in response to these smokes, they'll try and push up. They try and get the information to see if it's just a ruse. Now, mousesports haven't been able to do that. And so as a result, Chris J has had to take up position down on the B site. And that subsequently leaves these upper positions a bit more ripe for the taking. But to take them, you've got to get past Rops, and he's got a thing or two to say about it. Specifically, 2 things to say before he's traded by Mantu. Still a 2-on-4. Maldet does deliver. Ooh, I almost said a couple of kills, but somehow, some way, Frozen has stayed alive on 1 point of health. Mantu now is the only man remaining. Bomb on his back, AK in hand as he swaps out the AWP. And he's looking like he wants to give this a go.
Yeah, Mantu, got to be the man to do the damage in this round.
Remember though, Chris J rotated down to B early because of those outside smokes. OG, they might have been screwed here by that decision to smoke off outside and force that rotation. It was meant to work in their favor and weaken the map elsewhere. But that's not the case. Chris J's been waiting for a B play all round long.
That was so toxic from Chris J as well. He doesn't even wait for the bomb to get planted. He hears Mantu drop with 10 seconds, and he just rushes door. He knows that Mantu's going to go for the stick, bomb in his hands, and caught with his pants down. Nice play from Chris, denies the money getting given to OG for the final round of the half. And that does make all the difference. It would have been an extra $800 per player. That can be a full set of utility. That can be the difference between Kev and Helmet. Can be even, Galil to AK. So, yeah, lots of money lost for OG, and they've got to try and recover in this last round of the half, find a 6th on mousesports let them. This has been a stellar CT side hold so far on the pick of OG. Chris dropping off the boxes. Just waiting for the right time to shine. Is he waiting for a Molotov maybe on the hut roof? Knows they might likely swing out the door, can just jiggle this headshot angle on the boxes. And yeah, the door is the object of OG's desires. They sit towards the hut and Squeaky. Alexi should open this so Issa can flash out. And here comes the upside rush.
Yeah, mini smoke here from Alexi. Look at this. This has got real squeaky. It's going to be that of Kerrigan trying to find something with the AUG, and that doesn't go well for him. Still, the bomb gets planted in the upper site.
A man's dropped down though. Woxic fell into this site and could disrupt everything. He spots that there's no one here, and they don't know that he's inside of the site. That was never spotted. He's looking at that M4, and he's tempted. Issa. Oh, no. Dear. Oh, no. Oh, it's all gone wrong. OG, they're going to get that 6th round on the board. Woxic just couldn't bring himself to get rid of an old friend in that round. And now 6-9. This is pretty even Stevens at first half. We'll be back after a quick break to bring you the second.
I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't faze me anymore. I can see my tears into gold. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, no, I don't care, yeah, yeah. I don't care as if, 'cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you and I know people come and go away. Sun is low, that's my time to shine again. 'Cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life, I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, but I can't taste it, I can't help you now, okay, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, follow me around, okay, black face,
A 9-6 half, as the story is told, per usual. We're looking at a game where a lot of things have been moving around in this room, and Frozen is one of them, an 106 ADR, topping the charts over there for mousesports currently, in what was otherwise a kind of scary half. 9-6 is not exactly where you want to end up, but here on Nuke, they're going to have the upper hand going into the T side. I got Harry and Hugo. They might say the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could say it's not the best half, but I think for 6 rounds, T-side is just enough for OG. You know, they win a force buy round at the end to close it. They're in a good position. But the pistol, Trace, that's the one that makes a difference. That's the one that makes the money heading into the second half as OG flip to the CT side. mousesports going to deal with them what they were dealt themselves. A fast A rush. Issa on the site looking to start as he means to go on, but he'll fall immediately. Alexia with 1, but the trades are in. mousesports favored as the bomb gets planted. It's going to be a retake here with 3. No kit either.
Yeah, this is going to have to happen a little bit quicker probably than they would like, especially with MBK walking into the crosshairs of Kerrigan. He's going to just go ahead and falter what they had going on there. And it's Mantu ringing out from heaven. 2 on 3. Really good shot from Frozen. He is really feeling himself today. And that Glock does it to him. So we're going to see that pistol round go to mousesports, which ultimately doesn't bode well. But we shall see. In the game of CS, anything is possible. And just so you're all aware, we have selected some from the EPL mailbag. We're going to be getting them up there soon,
Next time out, I guess we can throw some in.
Yeah, or even in some freeze times, you know, like why not?
Yeah, be fast.
They're not all real long answers.
Well, let's see if this is a long game, or will mousesports make it a quick affair as they take the pistol round in the second half, leading the board on the T side as well. OG on a force. They go for a topside play in the second round. That's a risk, but there's already a man out and about. Chris has found the play on top of that hut. MBK was the only player inside of the site. OG gambled on lower. They have 3 players on that B site right now. Valde just coming off of the ramp. And mousesports, they forgot the bomb. But luckily enough, OG have already started to save. And mousesports are still going to get a free round regardless. You can see Alexi B going back to his spawn, hiding in the safety. But mousesports, that's a guaranteed 11th with 5 alive currently as well. Talk about money being made. I think this is a great time for a mailbag because this round is done.
Yeah, I would think so too. But I'm not entirely sure if that's how it works. Oh, maybe it does. Let's see. Nope. We do have a pretty nifty forklift right there, though.
But yeah, no one even hunting for mousesports, just playing it safe, holding on to their own economy. They know they're going to have this exact same round with everything OG have, and maybe even a little bit more in the follow-up with this armor pistol getting saved. Great play for Chris to catch a timing out the hut and kill the only man who could have stopped him on that top side. Was MBK.
Yeah, hanging out on top of the hut.
I'm on top of the hut right now.
I'm on top of the hut right now. I'm on top of the hut. I'm on top of the hut right now.
And that's pretty much how that soundtrack did go for MBK.
Here we go. LA56J has asked, what is your favorite tournament you casted, hosted in? Hashtag EPL mailbag. Now, I'm going to start with you guys. Doesn't need to be anything too drawn out. What do you got?
I feel like Pro League has a special place in my heart.
Pro League finals, man, probably. Like, the Danish crowd's always great. And obviously, we got to cast the finals there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was back in December.
Until this round does pick up, make itself spicy, we're looking at pistols on the side of OG. Personally, I'm going to select this season of Pro League, to be exact, and for a couple different reasons. The big one is that we find ourselves in a very, very peculiar situation globally. And moreover, the three of us, the six of us even, have been tasked and sort of challenged with creating content and bringing the best of Counter-Strike out that we could possibly give and deliver to you. So it's moreover, it's enjoyable. Obviously, there's big stages, there's majors, there's this, that, and the other, but this is a very strange time when we're all sticking together.
That's a very good point, Trace, especially with all regular sports cancelled. This leaves esports, you know, you can play from the safety of your own home, you can play from your quarantine, so that's always nice. And, you know, that's where we are right now. OG homebound as they look to save these weapons, as mousesports surely finding a 12th round in this one. The double save for OG, certainly not a go-to, but what else can they do with such limited weapons?
Yeah, it's almost like they're just looking to take as many of these weapons out of the round as they can. And they will get away with a couple. XB gets lost in the process, but Issa able to stay alive there, holds onto the armor. We could even see a double AWP bought in here for the OG side. Not really something I'm sure that we'll see, but no, Rops is mousesports' best online player, holding down a 1.16 rating across 57 maps. That's pretty mental, but that's kind of... I wouldn't expect anything less from Robs. You think about how he got everything started, right? Was playing on the client a hell of a lot. And that was like, in the beginning, how he made his name and actually joined into the mousesports organization.
What an awkward exchange. Reminds me of the towards the end of Saving Private Ryan. Anyway, that's a totally different one. I would love to see a randomized map selection. Stop with the vetoes. Okay, well, let's not get too carried away.
Yeah, no, the problem with that is like then any sort of strategy would just go out the window. Like you would have to have a 7-map pool or else you would be screwed, which I guess would be kind of fun. But it's like, you know, no one, you know, when you're competing for millions of dollars, I don't think it's a nice idea to leave much up to chance.
The less RNG, the better, I think, is you know, a safe bet in Counter-Strike.
Now we need, you know, perks and care packages.
Kill streaks.
You hot drop into the map, you have to scavenge for your weapons and armor.
Let's make it like Danger Zone or a Battle Royale. You parachute in, you don't start in T-spawn, you spawn on the A site.
Well,
speaking of starting in this round.
Yeah, that's basically what mousesports have done. They've hot dropped into the A bomb site, parachutes in full force, and they find themselves now in the front lines of OG. OG have already backed out of the round, and with that kill onto MBK, this save becomes even more assured. mousesports, this will be a 13th loaded in the chamber, ready to go. OG left with no choice once again but to save, and this is a horrible spot to be in. mousesports doing a great job of just dictating to them in this second half. You know, we saw OG looking really good on this map yesterday, and mousesports are able to kind of pick them apart with ease over here on the T side right now. Certainly setting mousesports up for a good series. That said, you know, we've seen OG lose their first map pick in a lot of these games, and it hasn't always been an easy time for the opposition. This really does seem like a team that when their back is up against the wall, they play some of their best Counter-Strike. So that's always something to bear in mind as we continue. 13-6, still a chance for OG even in this map, right? It's not over yet, but that kind of cut-off point, that moment where we do stop believing in the comeback for OG, is right around the corner. If they're not able to find a round soon, then I'm not sure they're going to be able to find a round at all on this CT side.
Yeah, a little bit of Jane time going on here for OG. Really having to back up, hold on to what they've got, try to take it in the next round over and over and over. Mantua and AWP, perhaps this is a round for him to pop off. 9 and 15.
Molly might disrupt the outside smokes, but mousesports throw 3 of them, making sure that they're their tracks are covered, they can safely get towards a secret position. Now, Carrigan could go through it and go towards Garage if he wants, but will opt just to take the lower position. MBK has no idea. He can't see a thing, can only assume. So you can see OG, desperation rotation. Double players down on B. They don't know how many men are there for mousesports, and so it is the right call. Mantu pushed back by the Molotov. Moves before it lands at least. He won't take any damage, but he will concede that position and has to start to consider alternative options. This isn't a B play. Mousesports want to take A. Carrigan's come back up the secret, and they've got ramp control as well. This is a perfect split from Mouse. If Chris can get into position to take Heaven, then things just get better and better. Mantu turning around, and he might miss the timing to Chris, who has found himself towards Hell. He goes through the open windows, and this should be a free kill for Chris J. As soon as he finds Mantu, but that's a great shot, saving his own life and keeping OG in this round. That would have been the kill that opened up an A-site wrap. If Chris just went up the Heaven, they probably would have won the round anyway, but now Mouse really have to try a man down. Ramp to B is looking like the safe option here.
Yeah, now Alexa B already came down here earlier on in the round. He's just waiting in decon. Now there's a pretty fast rotate available from Valde, but he's really the only man that's going to be in a position to get down towards this B site quickly. And so this means for the time being, Alexa B is very much alone here in the Pop Dog. You'll start to see Mantu moving around. The footsteps now heard, and OG realize it's a B-side plant. I like this from Alexa B. He doesn't actually try and deny the plant, doesn't really give it a look in. Once he hears they're already in the site, he's just going to wait for the rest of his team. And there's the wall bang. Rops gets shut down. Frozen and Woxic left in what is now a 2-on-3, thanks to Frozen. Still trying to hold down this back line, but with 2 players coming his way, he's got to do a lot. And it's actually Mantu to move on to a 3rd kill in this round. Time is the enemy of OG now. They've got to smoke for the bomb. Mantu can help out in that regard. Woxic has got to do it all, and he takes them off the bomb. It's going to be close, but I think they've got it. And they've got this. 7 rounds on the board for OG, just about.
Sick play from Woxic, though. I mean, he gets the dude off the bomb. You know, instead of fighting Issa, he knows he probably is going to get away with 1 kill there, and he takes the one that really matters. Mantu, big round from him, 3 on the AWP, saves the day here. Now, Chris gets that kill. Mousesports was setting up for a topside play. Chris just wanted that frag before he went up Heaven, because it would have made things far easier. He could have gone through the outside, and of course, the AWP would have been gone for the retake. So, yeah, Mantu holding his own there in CT spawn, finding Chris aggressive in a surprising position. And it puts OG on 7. It keeps them in this game. Without that round, Nuke might have already been, coming to a close. MBK trying to deal with them outside. Oh, the triple spray. Mantu helps him on the 3rd. The bomb's been dropped, and the round's been lost. There's no way for Rops.
Say that, and you are correct. MBK, big round, triple kill for the man, the natural-born killer.
I want to know if a smoke missed there for Mousesports. I didn't see a molly thrown down by OG that would disrupt things, and Mousesports only had 1 of the 2 outside smokes. Very weird. The only way I can see that making sense is if you just wanted to try and take that first fight and then cross to the safety of the smoke, but that first fight did not go well for you. MBK absolutely shreds the defense, or the attack rather, and Mantu comes in from Heaven to get 2 more. So yeah, a bit of a weird one there for Mousesports. Missed smoke potentially. It's going to cost them a round.
Now they set up over here towards inner. Now we saw Alexa B on Nuke go unmollied atop this hut time and time again yesterday in the Vitality matchup. This time though, he does get pressured. However, Mantu is not feeling any pressure right now. 2 kills to his name. Valde coming in on the ramp flank, and it's a mop up for OG. They lost 4 rounds in a row to begin this second half. They went 13-6 down, and now they're on a 3-round comeback, breaking the economy of mousesports, maybe about to put a 10th on the board. You're assuming that's going to happen unless this force buy prevails for Mouse. OG, man, they're just feeling like a real comeback squad right now. They don't always start off on their best foot, but my word, can they get back into the race the longer it goes.
Yeah, and those 2 rounds were so fast. 2 of the fastest rounds we've had today, it feels like, and 4 rifle rounds for us where they get nothing done. No, they're back on the pistols here. This should be where OG can find double digits. That being said, we know any round could slip away from you in Counter-Strike. Nothing is safe, nothing is guaranteed. And BK finds the first in the yard, though. One of those deagles removed. mousesports looking for those headshots. The one-shot potential at pretty much any range with that deagle. So danger on the side of OG, but they certainly have the weapons to compete. Carrigan gets blown up with the grenade. One by one, mousesports are trickling down in this round. It seems like OG shouldn't have too much trouble finding 10.
BK lobbing a grenade up there on top of the marshmallow, red rock, whatever you want to call it.
Silo.
The silo is also an acceptable term. What will be acceptable from Chris J to walk and putt into? I think that is it, actually. And there you go. 2 more for the boy. Gonna go for 3. Just about barely missing the shot there. It was MBK. The traverse is in from outside, but here's Rops. Spot some heads in heaven. Can't land a shot on him. And there's going to be another round for OG.
That's so unfortunate. Rops had the lineup. He waited so long just to make sure he was going to get that headshot, really lining the crosshair up. And in that moment, Mantu moves to get that teammate up the ladder into heaven with him. And so the kill eludes Rops inside of the site. Now, that could have shaped up very, very differently had that fight gone his way. mousesports, they still have the lead, but it's starting to slip away from them. A reinvestment in now as the rifles come out in full force over here on the T side. Outside smokes get thrown up and over to allow for this cross, and there's no gap in them this time around. Rops is out by the vent. That player did just go down past him. That was Alexa B. Rops is very, very low, and Mantu continuing this tear. Since bringing the AWP out on the CT side, it feels like we've seen him get multi-kills in every one of these rounds, bar that first, where obviously he saved the AWP. Since then, everything's come up Mantu, and this round comes up OG, with Alexa B being the double kill bro there for the CT side. 2 rounds now between mousesports and OG. And once again, there's no money left for Mouse. A US Air Force tactical timeout called on in because they can feel this one slipping away from them.
That they can.
This AWP for Mantu is really sick, you know. Like we've already talked about, Harry, we didn't get to see it much in the series yesterday, especially not on the map of Nuke. But you know, things looking up right now.
Let's take a look at another EPL mailbag tweet. Any thoughts on the new scrimmage map, Anubis and Chlorine?
Yeah,
Well,
we've done this before.
Let me
Let's
kick
go,
this one off, guys. Chlorine, given the current agent or skin modeling issue, absolute garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Anubis
it's a
is
shame
fun.
because the layout of Chlorine is sick, but the colors I kind of hate, just because the skins blend in. But Anubis, great map. You should definitely give it a go. It's very, very open. There's a lot to learn, but once you learn it, it's good fun. And kind of has like the aesthetic of an Overwatch map, but like a pretty Overwatch map. None of the gross garbage.
I mean, there
ones.
is one called Anubis there. The Temple of Anubis. Yeah, actually, looks actually very much like that. Sandy look. No, I think Anubis runs kind of cool. There's loads of options you can. Yeah, it's like multi-leveled as well, but not to the same extent like you.
Well, speaking, he's talking about multi-levels. mousesports are taking us on a tour. They were upper, now they're lower. That's pretty much the tour. Mantu looking down towards the double doors here.
Oh dear.
Spraying, but not quite slaying yet. The bomb plot found. No, he tries to do it with a nade.
No.
That's gross. Chris J's allowed to stay alive. But a 1v3, the rest of the squad come in and save the day. Valder, he threw everything and the kitchen sink at trying to deal with Chris J, and just none of it worked.
Yeah, I mean, not seen that one before. Kind of entertaining. OG are really pulling a comeback right now. This is 6 in a row on this CT side. What a recovery. Alexa B, you know, leading by the reins, leading, I think, is good enough of a word. He is 19 and 16, top of the server right now. Frozen right behind him. MBK is looking good as well today, and that was, you know, a wonder coming into this matchup. We knew he performed versus Vitality, of course, but was that just, you know, the grudge match? Can he keep it up? Well, he certainly seems to be keeping on for OG as they look to pull the CT comeback. mousesports on another buy. We've not seen Woxic on the AWP on this T-side. He had money for it here, but he opts against it. And I'd really like to see a little more T-side AWP. Maybe not falling into what mousesports want to do in this round, though. Going for those yard smokes, very wide ones. Not the standard ones behind red. It does mean they therefore have to use 3, including 1 in the face of the garage, but this does provide more for mousesports, as they don't necessarily have to walk towards B. They can go garage, they can go main, they can fake it, but they will indeed be walking down lower towards secret. Some of that potential getting hurt by MBK. Rob's finding the advantage, though, taking down Valdo from the ramp. They're in the lobby, and OG, nice quick kill from Alexi B, and he ducks out of that position. OG have good info, they're good map control, they should know where things are going, but that's a great look from Karrigan, finding MBK in the garage. It's all over the place right now.
Oh my word. Karrigan is taking this round by storm,
no.
but is it going to be enough? Mantu dropping the bomb. And now it's at his feet. This B site has been Mantu's playground, and he's looking for another missed shot onto Frozen, and that's a huge kill to have conceded. Issa not able to pick up the pieces. mousesports, they'll get that 14th on the board. They're first in 6 rounds.
Yeah, really good idea there, and you can't even really fault Mantu down in the bottom. I mean, he gets a shot, he goes down, tries to play around the smoke. You can't even really be mad at that.
Honestly, I think the whole play was very, very smart. It's just, it's a shame that this shot misses, right? That's the problem with this, is it's like, it is a bit risky because he gets all that information, but if you miss that shot, then yeah, Frozen is going to beat you 9 times out of 10, and that's what happens there. But I think that was the right play for Mantu to make. Just a bit unfortunate that the shot doesn't align. MBK goes aggressive towards outside in this round, and Frozen does have his eyes firmly fixated. Oh, not anymore. Uh-oh. Timing's everything here. Is MBK, here's the smokes going out. He peeks ahead of it and does catch Frozen. I like that from MBK. You know, you just stop them while you know they're setting up these smokes to try and go outside. And MBK now still a problem, still a nuisance, and still laying down the pain. Able to lay waste to yet another man here.
And he's still here. He's still not ducked down secret. Finally, we'll take that option, the safe route down below, keeping the advantage in heavy favor of OG. mousesports might just hit A out of desperation. That's when you know things aren't going well. They're going to get wrecked. Alexi's ready. Oh, great shot from Chris, but Alexi being above the hut, we know how good this position is. And Alexi again providing. He swaps sides, and he drops down in their face as well. Mantu steals away the last kill, but is still around for OG. Great play from Alexi to even swap the sides of the hut that he's above. It means mousesports pre in the wrong position, and their money again is drawn into question. A buy likely will come through here with Karrigan having plenty. Only Woxic really struggling. But yeah, OG have pulled quite a comeback on the CT side, and I don't think they're done yet.
Yeah, just keeping it closer and closer and closer. And you're right, good heads-up display right there from the side of Alexi B on top of the hut. Some good stuff. This timeout draw to a close. Again, brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. Now check this out. Sir Churchill 22, also known as Chad Burchill's alt account. But do you think that the Negev would be a more viable force buys on maps with tight choke points?
See, I actually think the Negev is definitely viable in some sense. I think the issue is, at this level, you're going to get punished. And while it can be good in certain positions, those first 10, 15 bullets of the Negev are not accurate. And that means, you know, that, oh wow, did you see that smoke? Chris J drops a smoke in the lobby and it fades a Molotov that lands in the hut because it clips through the wall. That's such a sick little detail. Sorry to cut off the point, but that was such a quick round. He doesn't even throw the smoke into the hut that would obscure his vision. It just burns the molly through the wall and makes it extinguished. So I'm stealing that one. Yeah,
maybe we can run that back. Maybe we can take a look at it. We can get, you know, got a whole team of people that work on replays.
But yeah, going back to the Negev, yeah, the first 10, 15 bullets aren't accurate. And at that point, if you're spraying that in a pro match, you're going to get headshots. So, you know, it's good past that point, but getting to the accurate part of the Negev is, I think, just a bit too much to ask for. And also, you know, no one's messing around with that gun in pro play. You know, when you have an AK, you know what you're doing, you know how to use it. And there you go. That's what the AK can do. You can't do that with a Negev.
Have you tried?
I guess not. I guess you're right after all, Chris.
And there it is. All the logic has been broken down, at least in this matchup. It's just 3 members alive for OG, trying to keep mousesports from finding at least map point here in this series. And you hear the glass breaking in lower sight.
Yeah, no more than one. Chris J was on the roof. About it. What a ballsy play to flank outside. Does meet a player there, but only one and done. And now mousesports in a 3-on-2.
Oh. But if one man could get you believing in this round. I think it's going to be Mantu. He's been looking so good on this AWP, and together with Issa, they've cleared out the lowest site. Now, what does this mean in the grand scheme? Not much. You know, the information comes in, but it's already pretty crystal clear where this is looking to end up. OG, they may as well give this a go, right? It's the last round of regulation in the next regardless, and they can do damage to mousesports' money, whereas that's not true the other way around. So Mantu's at least going to hang around to try and put kills on the board. And like, if he's able to get out of this round with 2 kills, that's actually stellar in terms of hurting the mousesports investment in the next. But nothing's presenting itself. No one's budging for Mouse. And he's very, very paranoid about someone holding for this exit. Now, he will remove Frozen, and you can see mousesports know the implications of giving these guns away, so they're quick to avoid it. No real exit damage found here for OG, and it's map point for mousesports. But let's not forget, right, even though they hit 15 first, and things might be looking up for Mouse, this has not been an easy matchup whatsoever for this squad. They were 13-6 up coming into this second half after winning the pistol, getting those early anti-ecos and rifle rounds on the board. And then OG went on an insane comeback to go from 13-6 to 14-all. And now it all comes down to this. For OG, that entire comeback, all those rounds you put together are meaningless if you don't get this round here and now.
And even then, that's when it just starts over. The round timers tick back to the start, and we play OT with 16K. Alexi B, though, he wants to get them there, and he might just finding Rops in through the smoke. Jay's still in the door. There's been a lot of lobby aggression in this half. OG have not been scared to take control of this position. Valde even with ramp flanks in the past, but right now he rotates down lower. MBK watching the cross. Minute on the clock here for mousesports to make that magic happen. That's a big kill. Carrigan comes in, finds a timing. Frozen gets a pick in the meantime on the A site. And Mantu is the only man here. Oh, he lines up a shot. So much damage and so little kills, so little time as they get closer and closer. The grenade hides his view. He can't see a thing. It's just Valde. He's gone. Frozen absolutely shuts him down on the A site with 3 kills. And it's going to be mousesports finding the victory, 16-14. It's OG's map pick in the series, and it will elude them. Train coming up next. Will this be a 2-0? Wait and see. Join us after the break.